Greetings of the day, everybody. My name is Ritvik Tuteja, and today I'm here with Dr. Triveni Mathur. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Dr. Triveni Mathur is a Fulbright scholar from the United States, and also she is a Director of Symbiosis School of Media and Communication in Bangalore. She began as a journalist, and now she's into academics for the last 3 decades almost. And here we are because she is now a PPWI awardee, that is Professional Power Woman of India, which is an initiative by Karishma Care Foundation. Here we are to discuss with her a few things, and I'm just going to get started with you. So the first question I'd like to ask you is, in your entire career, it's been quite a journey.
Yes.
So I'd just like you to highlight a few things about your career which you want people to know about.
Well, before I begin, I must thank Karishma Care Foundation and Neelam Tuteja for considering me for this award, PPWI, and I must laud Neelam and her complete dedication towards the cause of women empowerment, towards the cause of rural India, and I think it's a great work and a great initiative. So having, first of all, my congratulations, my gratitude to her, not just for me, but I think on behalf of the society as well. And like you said, in terms of my career, yes, I would say one of the key things to really keep going at it, and especially as a woman, is one, tremendous self-motivation and a strong dedication to do what you have chosen to do. And in that, you have to have the tremendous integrity of character, commitment to what you're doing, tremendous perseverance, because the journey isn't always very smooth. No journey is very smooth. But it is that integrity of character and self-motivation that actually helps you reach where you want to go, both as an individual and as a professional. And both these things together is what make you who you want to be.
Wow, that's awesome. So one of the things that I noticed in your previous question, and that's going to be your next question, you said that there are certain challenges that come in your way.
Yeah.
So in your entire career, there might have been a lot of ups and downs, but would you like to share 2 or 3 of them notably that have made you the person you are today? 2 or 3 challenges or dark experiences which have made you such a bright person today?
Well, I wouldn't know whether I should really call them dark experiences, but I think all of us as individuals go through certain challenges. If I look at, since we are talking about empowered women, and we always tend to focus a lot in terms of the challenges that women face. That is more because willy-nilly we all belong to a patriarchal society. And what also happens is, as women, we also want to be balancing everything: home front, career front, our dedication towards the society. So in a way, we are creating obstacles, obstruction, and challenges for our own selves. But how do we mitigate this? How do we overcome this? Like I said earlier, I think at every challenge should be a point of reflection and retest your own self as to why is it that I'm doing it? What is the ultimate objective for doing it? I'm not talking about material objectives, because all of these are very, very transitory in nature. What ultimately happens is the question of self-worth, self-esteem, and that tremendous amount of dedication. Being economically independent is very, very important. But is it only economic independence? I don't think so. What is important for a woman is to understand what is her own worth. And when you understand your worth, there is nothing that can stop you. And then you gather the courage to face challenges. And what motivates you is, again, yourself. As a woman, you will have issues in terms of challenges on your home front. You will have issues at a time when you are almost climbing the ladder. You find that there are certain obstacles. That could be societal obstacles, that could be family. But ultimately, family support is really very important. And I must say that whether it began from my parents, who supported me, my mother, who has been a fiercely independent, strong woman, a journalist also. It nurtures your mindset. And I would say that every woman should do that to ensure that the family is also empowered. So if we as women empower our families, the families stand by us. And I think that's a great strength. Motivation, no amount of pep talk can give you motivation unless you want to motivate yourself. And I think in my case, I would look at tremendous family support, tremendous self motivation, dedication, perseverance, and commitment. These are the key to your success.
Lovely. So, since you mentioned about this fact that ladies especially have a lot to deal with the work-life balance,
Yeah.
and there are a lot of challenges that come up in that sector actually. So my next question to you is, since Karishma Care Foundation focuses itself and its objectives on rural girl child development,
Yeah.
especially the education and their overall development. And since you've been in the line of education and journalism for years together, so I'd like to know your opinion, and I'd like to have your what's your vision about the rural child, about the rural girl child, and their aspirations and dreams. How are they supposed to look at it as?
Well, I think all of us as human beings have certain goals and aspirations. And a rural girl child is no different. Because today, media has almost blurred the distinction between how you want to achieve something. Because even in the rural areas, through your mobile phones, through access to media, there is that element of aspiration that cannot be distinguished between this is for the urban sector and this is for the rural sector.
Right.
The point is we should not have those distinctions at all, because it's only then can you work towards an equitable, just society.
Right.
Having said that, in the rural sector, we have seen that there are several challenges, both in terms of the girls drop out very fast because of proximity to a school. Now, there a lot of government, private partnership, non-government organizations like Karishma Care are doing tremendous work in that. But one key thing I would say in terms of education is to find a mechanism through which we need to tap the native intelligence and knowledge of the people in the rural sector. They know a lot of things that the urban sector knows by reading books or learning. It is native to them. So the challenge is to tap the native intelligence, shape that, skill them, and help them contribute towards themselves, towards the nation, and towards the world in general, because they have a lot. We have lots to learn from them. They know how to survive the weather odds. We look for ACs, etc. They know. So how do we tap native intelligence? How do we skill them? And how do we show them the path? Not from a top-down approach. We can never approach the rural area by saying that we have more than them.
Absolutely.
You know, they have even more than us. So in a way, who is at the periphery is a question of perspective. So how do you deal with that? And I think education has to go beyond textbooks and try to tap this native intelligence and groom them. That's what I think education should do.
Lovely. So I believe that that you always look at having the native education, from their native knowledge, right? So I think that's what we should be implementing further on, and that's what we should be looking for a future for the girl child and for everybody who is looking to have aspirations and dreams
True.
over there.
True.
So it was lovely conversing with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you very much for watching our video. And it was lovely having Dr. Triveni Mathur. Until next time, see you. Goodbye. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.